Shit is really not phasing you the way it used to phase you anymore. And a lot of y'all been wondering, like, why do I feel so disconnected? What's wrong with me? Like, am I, like you're wondering, is something wrong with your mental? Are you losing yourself? Are you losing something? But really, you're actually leveling up. Okay, you're finding yourself. Really, a lot of things that you've been entertaining your whole life, even. Okay, some of you, it just wasn't meant to stay with you the whole journey. It was actually a lesson, or I don't want to just say a lesson. It was an experience. You had fun, you had your ups and downs in that experience, but the time has now ended for that situation, like the time has now come for you to really use what you have gained from those experiences and move forward to what's really for you. And I know y'all know that that's not where y'all supposed to be. Y'all know that certain things that y'all are like kind of disconnected from, y'all are not supposed to be connected to it anyway. So it's like y'all have that desire because, it's something comfortable. You're used to these people. You're used to it. It makes you feel comfortable, right? Because, you're whatever. But at the end of the day, like, change is uncomfortable, and we have to embrace that uncomfortableness in order to get through it, because the more we resist, the more painful it can be. Okay, stop being so involved in the 3D and see above the situation, because we are not this material realm. I am not this flesh and this blood and stuff. Like, it's an expression of me, but this is not who I am. So if I lose this body, I will still exist because my soul exists, And so that's what you have to like realize, that okay, the things that are attached to this body, those are good. That's extra, but I don't need it. And you don't need it. So what you got to realize, okay, like, you have all that you need. You have all the wisdom. You have all the, like, you have everything you need to get to where you want to be. Just because you don't need something, that doesn't mean you can't have it. We sabotage our blessings by being too much on one side, like one end of perspective. Okay, so for instance, let's say, like you don't want to be too against something, and you don't want to be all for something to where you're totally naive when it's going wrong. Okay, and you don't want to be totally against something to where if it is, you don't want to be totally against something, because when that time comes for you to do what you got to do, or like, it's not about survival mode, but it's like, I don't know, like, it's survival mode is a mentality, right? Because you can be doing something, working hard at it, but not feeling exhausted and depleted. But if you're doing something and you feel like, I'm working very hard and I'm getting drained and this is not, like, that mentality comes from not even thinking it's getting anywhere. Or maybe you feel like it's not getting anywhere. And when you're in that situation, you have to have gratitude, okay? Like, when you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing, but, it's getting frustrating because you're on a journey and, it's just taking a minute, and you're expecting the fruits of your labor to come quicker. And so it can be stressful. It can make you feel like, okay, is it coming? Because, time is ticking, you know what I'm saying? But it is coming. It is coming. And the thing is, like, right before it comes, that's when you before it comes, that's when most people give up.
So the other half of you are people who kind of know that you're in a situation you're not supposed to be in. And those feelings of discomfort are actually signs from God letting you know that you need to take action to get yourself out of the situation, because it can only get worse, you know what I'm saying, if you don't take action. So if you're feeling super uncomfortable and you're seeing signs that you need to take action, but you might be afraid to take action because you're just uncomfortable with using your power, you're being guided to have more faith in yourself and believe that you can really take charge of the situation and make it better, okay, for yourself. And it honestly does not matter who else is involved in the situation at all, because it's all about you. You have your own journey to live. You have your own purpose, your own mind, your own expression. And if you're in a situation and in an environment where you can't be, like, you're not safe to thrive and just like be yourself and grow from that, then you're in the wrong space, okay? And that's why you're uncomfortable. So you're being guided to really just like be strong, put your head down and get something done. And then before you know it, things will just be so much better. Like, you will realize, wow, like, I had nothing to worry about. I shouldn't have been afraid of my power, because this is like, it's a gift, it's not something to run away from. It's a gift. It's something that God is showing you that you can use to make a great life. And don't you want a great life? You want to have a happy, content life. And of course, there's always going to be like challenges in life, but overall, your life will improve in this area. So if this is your love life, okay, your life will improve in this area. If this is your career life, whatever this is that whatever situation I'm speaking on right now that's resonating with you, this is what's going to get better, okay? You can also apply this wisdom to other situations whenever you run into this same energy. Whenever you're feeling uncomfortable, know that you have a power. Everything is a sign. Listen to your body. Tune in. Like, what are those feelings telling you? Where are they stemming from? What's making you so uncomfortable? Ask yourself that. Okay, is it certain people? Is it certain things you're doing or entertaining? Is it yourself? Is it your own mind and the way that you think about things and the things that you like to entertain? Okay, just observe yourself, observe your life from a bird's eye point of view. Don't be too caught up in the physical, because when you're too caught up in the physical, you're looking at things like physical. All that glitters is not gold, okay? So if you pay attention to the physical realm and how things look, then you're going to get in situations you don't want to be in, okay? That's why it's important to really have a belief system, really believe in a higher power. It's about having something to look forward to, okay? Some people, they don't believe in God, but they know that there's a future. Everybody has a future. Everybody has something to work toward. So it's important to have a vision, believe, and, know that things will get better. Have hope, okay? Know that you are here for a reason, and just live out your purpose, okay? Like, stay in tune with yourself and live. Don't be afraid of losing anything, okay? Because what you lose is going to be replaced with much better. That's an illusion. Anything that seems to be leaving you, it's actually to make you afraid. And that fear can be used for more passion to go towards what you really do want, okay? So don't be afraid. Like, everything is divine. Every situation is divine. Just start training your mind to see the divinity in everything, so you won't feel like a victim and you won't feel so overwhelmed by everything. Because even if it seems that we can control certain things, we're not always in control. You have your power. You can control yourself, okay, but you can't control everything around you. And so you have to kind of cooperate with the universe. And so it's hard to do that when you're just looking at what's in front of you at face value, and you're also faced with the thoughts of, like, that you want better. So it's like you're trapping yourself. You're too focused on the physical realm, but you don't want this. So you have to believe in your vision so you can go and get it. You can't be too caught up. Like, you have to kind of be a little delusional. You know what I'm saying? Be a little delusional. Have faith, believe, and go after it for real, okay? So the point of this video is to just spread the message not to give up. Do not give up on your dreams, on your purpose, and what's really meant for you, okay? Believe in yourself. Believe. Have faith. Know that God is with you. Your situation that you're in right now, where you're feeling uncomfortable, is really something that you can handle. You might not feel that way because, you're too caught up in your head. But when you really ground yourself and realize the power you do have, you can shift your situation. You can. It's in your power. It's in your hands. But it's like, we have to let go of control. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we feel like, oh, I want to do it my way. You know what I'm saying? You want to do it your way. But there's a better way to do it. And so that's why you have to release control and allow your mind to be open to what God is telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're too caught up in your own mind and what you want to do, then you're not living for God. You know what I'm saying? You're not living for, and I'm not religious or anything. Like, when I speak on God, I mean our creator, the thing that created all of us, creates everything. You know what I'm saying? The energy that works through us to create. Okay, God is within us. God is in all things. And so it's not just a label. Like, you can just say God is, I don't know where God is. People say God is in the sky, but I think God is everywhere. God is left, God is right, God is up, and God is down. Okay? But, God works through people, God works through opportunities. Like everything in this universe can be a sign from God, but it's up to you. Like you have to be in tune with the vibration, because some things, like, of course, everything is a tool, like the devil or the dark energies can work through things and people too. So that's why you have to be in tune with with source energy, with your creator, God, like your higher self, and so like what to be involved with and what to release, okay? So yeah, the main point was not to give up, but also it could be for some of you that, you have to be aware of you have to be aware of the decisions that you have made to have led you to this situation, okay? Because of course everything might not be our fault, you know what I'm saying? But we do play a part in it, you know what I'm saying? So it's important to know what part you're playing so you can fix your own actions and put yourself in a better situation in the future, okay? And also avoid it from happening again, because when you're aware, when you learn from something, it gives you the opportunity to fix it, okay? So you don't want to repeat the same lesson, okay? Those feelings of discomfort that you're feeling right now, no matter how extreme it is, it's something that God is sending to you as a sign. Like you need to listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to what the signs are telling you that's making you feel that way, because it's all for a reason. You're not just feeling shit for no fucking reason. Okay, so when you tune into why you're feeling that way, then you can understand, like, oh, this is coming from this source. Like, maybe you're hanging around certain people, or maybe you're just like, maybe it's you, maybe it's your own mentality and the things that you like to think about, or the things you think about yourself. Okay, like, it's different for everybody, but that's why it's important to ask yourself those questions, because you don't want to go based off of somebody else's life and think, oh, because they made that decision and they were feeling that way, maybe I can do the same thing. No, we all have our own path, you know what I'm saying? So the same way somebody else handled a situation might not be the same way you handle it, because you have your role and everybody else has their role. And we might not understand why certain things happen when we are too caught up in the physical realm, when we're almost too involved in the journey. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why it's important to have like a belief system, or have a vision, a vision of how things are supposed to be, or have morals and stuff like that. Because when you have a basic set of rules for yourself, or like your morals, your belief system, your boundaries that you set and stuff like that, then you won't have to spend too much time changing all of that. Or like, what am I trying to say? Like, once you figure out your belief system, you don't have to do too much figuring out life and stuff like that, because you already have a set belief that can guide you through life. You know what I'm saying? It's already working for you. Okay, so even if you don't necessarily believe in God, that could be a belief system that it's working for you, so you're not too involved in like, why is this happening, or like, so you're not too involved in the pain of things, or the negative experiences, or even the positive experiences. That life is an experience, and we're all gonna die someday, so we can't take all this shit with us. You know what I'm saying? None of the good things, and we can't take none of the good things or the bad things. So that's why it's important to really like learn how to detach. Like, you are not this flesh and blood. You are not your body. You are a soul that has a body, okay? The body is a vehicle for your soul to actually like communicate with other souls and stuff. Like, it's an expression. It's like we're wearing a costume or a disguise so that we can actually communicate, okay? Just like you use a phone. You might have a phone and somebody else has a phone. That's the way that you communicate, but you are not the fucking phone, okay? Like, just think about that. Like, people are not aware that we're not the body. This is a way that we communicate. This is a way that we express, okay? So you have to be in tune with the higher realms to know your true self, okay? And also to know like what's destined for you in your lifetime. So another thing that I wanted to mention and make sure that you are aware of is that what's for you is for you, okay? So don't be worried about too much right now. Like if you're worried about losing somebody or something material or anything like that, know that it's going to be replaced with much better. Like you are not the body, like I said. So if there's a higher power, right? If you know that you were sent here for a reason and everything is divine, like we're in a simulation, right? But everything is happening for a reason. It's for a purpose. You're not just here for no fucking reason, just walking around. Okay, so if you know that everything is for a reason, then you could see, okay, if somebody is disrespecting me or making me feel any kind of way that I don't want to be feeling, or if something is not working in my favor, okay, maybe I'm not seeing all there is to see in the situation. Okay, sometimes we get too caught up in what we want, like in the physical object, that we don't see what's happening behind the scenes, that we might actually be destroying ourselves in the midst of trying to chase something. Okay, and some of you not even realizing that it's not for you because you're not in tune with the spiritual realm. You're more in tune with the physical, so you're looking at looks, and all that glitters is not gold. Okay, so that's another big message of this video. Like, you don't want to get too caught up in how things look and what you think you want, because God knows your heart and God knows what you truly deserve and what will really make you happy. Okay, you might think something will make you happy, but when you get into a situation, it's not all that you think. Okay, and that's what I'm getting. Like, some of you're feeling very uncomfortable right now because you're in a situation you're not supposed to be in, but you're trying to hold on to it. And then for others of you, you're afraid of losing something because, like, you're feeling uncomfortable and you know things need to change, but there's something that needs to awaken within you. You need to use your power, but you might be afraid to use your power because you're afraid to lose somebody or something. Okay, but being yourself will never fail you. Okay, you will always get what you need at the right time. You will always run into what's meant for you at the right time. Don't ever stress about life and shit like that, because that's not for you to worry about. Leave all that in God's hands. You didn't bring yourself here. You didn't create yourself. So why even try to take all that on, like all that responsibility? It's not your responsibility. The only responsibility you have is to believe and to just express yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, that's what I have for this video. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope the message hit home for y'all. Please comment, let me know how it resonate. Like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to stay notified for my future posts. Okay, I'll see y'all in my next one. All right, bye. Like, even if you don't believe in God and you don't believe that everything happens for a reason, you still have your own reasons, right? Most people that don't believe in God, they believe in science. They believe that, it's just a cause and effect type of thing. So what is that? You know what I'm saying? What is that cause and effect? That would probably be God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to label it God. Like I said, I'm not forcing that God concept on nobody, but this is how I communicate. And so even if you don't believe in God, like, you still have a purpose. You still, even if you assigned your own purpose, if you believe that, you're still here for a reason, okay? And this power could be something as simple as, like, using your voice or just packing your bags and leaving a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, some people think, like, oh, using my power, like, what is that? They think it's like something. Some people think it's like some type of superhero shit, but it kind of is on the spiritual realm, because, on different dimensions, you're actually destroying things or you're creating new life and stuff like that by the decisions you make on this realm. So, yeah, like, some of you could be afraid of using your power and leaving a situation or standing up for yourself because you don't want to lose somebody, or you don't want somebody to, view you different.